Good afternoon, thank you for watching Rundlii Gaming. We're going to be doing another video. This one will be on the game called Wyvia. And this is kind of modeled very similar to games that are, kind of like your old school travels of the world, but normally that would trigger a combat, in things like the older Final Fantasies, the older Dragon Warriors. And when it does that, then you go into a separate screen and fight whatever that monster is. And this one, it seems like the concept behind it was less so to create that extra screen, but you're more so going to fight them in the open world. So probably more similar to something like a Secret of Mana, where there isn't a separate fight scene. You're kind of fighting them within the world itself. So all we're going to do is create a new character. And then this part we'll just go over some of the storyline itself. So that said, if you do want to read through this, you can go ahead and pause the video. We're going to end up fast forwarding through most of it. But effectively, you are going to be part of these mercenaries. And it looks like there are 4 classes in it. This is currently the demo, so I'm not sure if they're all active yet because I haven't test run through all of them yet. However, it does give you quite a bit of different options up to this point. So, for example, this is kind of your different options you can play around with. So you can get like items, for example, equipment. And with equipment, at the start here, we can actually choose kind of what stuff we want to start with. So, for example, if we didn't want to run with a sword, we can run with a two-handed axe. So you get less defense, but you might get more damage instead. Then there's a spear, which is kind of a longer straight shot that you attack with, but it's also a two-hander. Whereas the axe does kind of like a 180 spin, so it just does like a kind of longer, slash with that as well. There's like staffs and tomes, and those have their different abilities as well. A brush, a dagger if you want to go more of a rogue style setup, and all bronze bow. I think in this case we're actually going to try range just because I haven't actually test run any range yet. And so with that, I think we don't really have much in the way of like rings yet. I guess bracelets don't lock until much later. You could grab different types of equipment. So like if you wanted more like physical defense. Yeah, I guess since we are going more of a range, we might actually go more leather. I guess it's a medium armor. But yeah, like if we wanted to go like heavy plate, for example, it's much more better on the defensive side. Whereas the caster stuff is more caster versus caster. But we're kind of wanting this extra move speed and extra dodge rating. But yeah. Then of course you have your character itself. This is kind of where you can level up different abilities, and you can also give yourself different skills as well. So for example, these are skills that you can actually activate. So throw a mana imbued stone in a direction and dizzy an enemy for 0.5 seconds. So it's like just a way to stun something. Performs a more powerful version of your basic attack. So it's just a strong attack pretty much. And dash backwards 0.5 meters. So I guess you can hop backwards, which might be good if you're wanting to go in, attack, then you hop back. Gain more class EXP from everything. Plus 2% attack speed with all weapons. Lowers the cost of all town services by 2%. Max health by 1%, and max mana by 1%. So nothing crazy. They're very... I'm sure over a long period of time they're pretty useful, but there's nothing too crazy about the abilities there. Otherwise, so this is kind of your different tree of abilities here. And whenever you go over each of these on the bottom here, it'll kind of tell you what it. So vitality, of course, is health. It looks like every point of this is plus 4 health, plus 4 mana for spirit, +2 to melee, +2 ranged attack, and +1% critical damage. +2 magic attack, +2 physical defense, +2 magical defense, +2 dodge chance, +1% attack and move speed. Then luck, 0.3% critical chance, and 0.2 drop bonus. So I think since we are going to dabble with range, we're just going to ramp that up for the time being. So that is what your character sheet looks like. These are your 4 different classes, but it seems like in order to switch, I believe you need to be a higher level to do so. Or it could also be not in the demo as well, for all I know. So character description. Oh. So I guess familiars level up and equip familiars, so you can get familiars as a helper. This is if you want to look at the map itself. So as of right now, the world looks pretty big. I don't know if it's mapped out that full thing or not, but I'm sure we'll see in time as well. Achievements are different things you can get done. So for example, open 2 chests, open 20 chests, open 200 chests. So it's kind of like achievements in most games, like on Steam or Xbox or PlayStation, things like that. But that being said, too, whenever you do complete these, they give you a bonus below, which is in this case 200 experience, 500 gold. So like it's just little extra nice add-ons to things. Then of course options and miscellaneous. And then equipping. But yeah, we're gonna do some actual play. Just gonna get a. Now, as mentioned, I did go with a bow. Now, that said, I wouldn't be able to hit things as far away as I am right now if I was running melee, but here we're gonna give range a shot here. See how that goes. And I don't think there's actually a. Okay, yeah, so it does disappear at a certain range. And then these are basically the towns. So I guess these are teleports. This kind of lets you jump between towns, basically fast traveling. Alright. Going out to all available mercenaries, urgent business opportunity with regard to increase in monsters. Head to the castle immediately at request of the king. Large payout. Can be reached via the deep caves to the east. Okay. So if we want to go visit the king, which I believe is where you turn in your quest as well. So yeah. And from here, you can also sleep, which kind of gives you a rested bonus, similar to a lot of your MMORPGs, where you get like a extra 25% bonus to EXP, I believe. And sometimes you'll see these little things. They're usually little extra things you can find. So Wyvern scale. And then this is a chest. It gave us a bunch of gold. Oh, and I guess kind of similar to like Zelda and stuff, you can go through and actually destroy barrels and stuff, and it does give you extra money. Alright, let's open another chest. So this increases dexterity by 2. I don't think it was a ring. Oh wait, yeah, it was. Yeah, so basically you can wear this and it gives extra bonuses, whereas the other ones did not. So as you can see, our dexterity is now up to 4, so we do quite a bit more damage than when we started. And because we did level earlier, because we are a level 2 mercenary, we do get more points here as well. So we'll probably go ahead and just keep doing the increased experience. Increases endurance. Yeah, I think this is just like a storage room that gives you a bunch of extra loot and stuff. I don't think it adds much other than it kind of gives you more incentive to actually do some exploration. But I think when I was on here on another character, it didn't really have anything down here other than just stuff that you could pick up, like gold and whatnot. Slime goop. I don't think there's any. Okay, we have a few more here in the center. Alright, so I do believe we cleared this whole area. Yeah, we're almost up to 700 gold already. Yeah, we're gonna go back here and get this chest. I still haven't figured out what those wyvern scales are for, but I guess we'll keep collecting them. So one of the quests basically said we want to go somewhere to east. So yeah, that's it at this point. We are hitting things a little bit harder now. We're almost one-shotting those. Can we boost anything else? Yeah, so we can bring up dexterity. So range damage is at 20. Way more mercenary points. We're going to go ahead and boost experience even further. Alright, let's cut these coins. When I was playing another character, that skeleton actually just one-shot me, so I think these are just a tad bit tougher. Alright, so let's take a look at the map again. Alright, before we go down there, I'm going to go up here first. This seems like it's more of a low level area. So before we go into the higher level area, I want to see if there's anything we can get here first. Okay, so it seems like it's just another, I guess it's an old barn. Oh, I guess these spikes are a thing. Well, bit unfortunate, but learning experience. We might visit the barn on the way back. Huh, this is a portal. Well, we died fairly recently, so let's give it a go. Okay, so far not too bad. Okay, so I guess those are just little instances, effectively. With those, you can basically go in, complete it, and get a reward for it. Kind of just a more challenging location. Alright, before we go in, let's go ahead and boost our character more. So we have 6 more. Let's just go ahead and ramp that completely up. We are now getting all the experience. Max health is 12. So maybe boosting that a little bit might be a good idea. But yeah, otherwise, okay, so we have more points again. So more dexterity. Okay, so now we have twice the health we had last time. Okay, so the little spike things we can actually destroy. So that is good to know. Alright, 120 gold. Let's grab these bases real quick before we go further in. And we're still not quite at the point where we can one-shot these yet, but we're getting close. Usually, do we have points? No, we don't. Now the good thing is, once we do find the king, though, we should be able to get a lot of extra gold. So I think we've completed quite a few missions already. Alright, so completed that area. So max health, max mana. We'll figure out the mercenary points later. Alright, so a vitality nut. Permanently increases vitality by 2. I don't know, maybe we'll get something to do with that later. Dull bronze chunks. Not sure what those do. I'm gonna go on the assumption some sort of crafting recipe of some sort. Let's see, this is another wyvern scale maybe? Yeah. So hopefully those do something good too. I know they're pretty much all over the place. Not sure if it's some sort of like long-term quest or, you know, it could also be a crafting thing if you go through the extra effort to find them all. Maybe you can get some really cool, like, you know, heavy armor, you know, wyvern scale armor or something. Ah, it's a big night. Alright, before we anger him, we need places to run. Alright, how many points do we have? Let's increase dex. Okay, so we can one-shot those guys in time. So mostly have to deal with knights from now on. But what I am discovering very quickly is I'm a terrible shot. Alright, so we cleared that. We have this section and the section below us. Though thus far, it seems like it's mostly just a bunch of gold. Alright, there those. Kind of found it the hard way. If you don't, you run into them and you lose pretty quickly. Okay, so that's how you get one things down. I guess you have to find these switches. Alright, so probably another scale. Yeah, Wyvern scale. Alright, so that switched it. Oh, it was switched randomly in the field there. Alright, so this goes back to an area we've been in. There's another switch down here. So maybe this is a big treasure? Portfolio wallet. 2%. Huh. Just a bunch of extra gold, I guess? Like, person, I would think that might be the direction to go, just because I don't think more damage with our build matters that greatly. Because we're just going to keep getting more damage anyway, because hopefully we're not getting hit. So it doesn't increase crit chance, it does create increase of critical damage. So do we need more critical chance is more on the luck side. Alright, so on this side, dash backwards, becomes more basic. Yeah, so I think our next thing would be this one. All weapons and unarmed strikes. I would be curious to see how good or bad unarmed strikes would be as well. As far as equipment goes, I guess we're not technically level 10 yet. So I guess this is based on your character level. Then you also have a level with your class. So there's a neat idea too. So I guess if you switch, like, say, to a different class, you have a different class level with that than you would say. Ooh. Okay, so we went all the way up there, found a portal. Here's where the skeletons were. And I'm pretty sure we haven't traveled down this way yet. Alright, so nothing here. We can still one-shot those guys too. Maybe this is the Eastern Cape that we're looking for to get up to the castle. Alright. So yeah, this basically allows us to teleport to the town if we need to. Yeah, we might go ahead and do that just to see if there's anything we can purchase. We have a ton of gold and so sleeping. There's 25 gold, double health, regen, double mana regen, 25% HP rate. Yeah. I wonder if there's a certain bit of timer to that. Like, okay, so yeah, we get this well rested, but benefit for a while. Alright, so I didn't actually check the weaponsmith last time I was here. Okay, so like 500, 500. Okay, so this is the resources that we keep finding as we're clearing stuff. So not only does it cost the gold, which is, that's fine, but it also costs a certain amount of stone and a certain amount of the droplet things. Armor. So this is just a way for us to increase dodge rating. Well, it's not so bad, I guess. We won't do that one yet. Okay, we want to reset. Okay, so it does give a little more flexibility later. So yeah, so far that is the game up to this point. The next video we'll kind of go through, hopefully make it to the castle, kind of take a look around, and possibly even explore another class. So that's going to be our next few steps. So hopefully in the next video that's what we'll see. Otherwise, if you've enjoyed the video, thank you for watching Rundlii Gaming. You have a good day.